According to reports, is that Africa has over 70% of schools which do not have laboratories. With SmartDarasa, we make it very easy and fun to understand STEM practically. Because you can cram your way to A's and B's, but you can't cram your way to actually building a bridge.
Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.
Yes, I'm the CEO of SmartDarasa, and this I've become entrepreneur because of the challenge which I've been facing when I was studying STEM subjects. So this is one of the core things which made me, when I get knowledge about programming and stuff, to see how now I can solve challenges which was facing me back in the time.
I'm Koseluka. I'm co-founder of SmartDarasa, and I joined the team because I could relate with the problem. Having studied in government and private schools, access to even STEM laboratories in private school is limited. So it's worse in government school. And when Elias shared the vision, the dream, and the product with me, I thought I would help champion the business side of it better because I actually relate to it. I switched my profession from being an engineer to business developer is because I hated the concept of cramming STEM, not understanding it.
Okay.
So it became a personal mission.
Tell me more about SmartDarasa. What is the company all about? What is the problem that you people are trying to solve in the market? What is the
So, according to reports, is that Africa has over 70% of schools which do not have laboratories or have under-equipped laboratories. So,
okay?
it's with statistics like those that made us push SmartDarasa since inception up to now. And with SmartDarasa, we make it very easy and fun to understand STEM practically. Because you can cram your way to A's and B's, but you can't cram your way to actually building a bridge, to building a
Okay.
road, a very good one, or to deliver a pregnant mother successfully. You can't cram your way out of that. So with SmartDarasa, you practice what you learn in physics, chemistry, biology, and geography. So that is what we are trying to bridge in Africa, and we have a lot of incompetent STEM professionals. That is why many of the major projects up to now, even the normal projects, are taken by Chinese and other international companies. Is because the locals seem incompetent to perform those particular activities. And with SmartDarasa, we saw that the problem starts from the early stage. How do these people learn? Not only what can they or what can't they do, but with how do these learn? And a large percent of them cram rather than understand. So that's where we bridge the gap.
Sorry, I tried to make those of us that crammed the school to feel bad with your statement. By the way, we are red setters, and cramming kind of was part of our, will I say, the skills you needed to learn. Smart Darisa creates products, right? Describe the process of designing, prototyping, and manufacturing your products.
First of it is our product is education based. So first we have to review the curriculum, the targeted curriculum that
Okay.
we want to make interactive something out of it. And after we have identified the curriculum, because most of our team is engineering, we are engineers and business people. And so we incorporate the teachers in the process after we have identified a certain topic that we want to make it interactive so that the teacher can put the teaching psychology into it before we take it to the next part. So after getting the
Okay.
curriculum and the teacher's insights, of how the student can be able to interact with that content easily, there is where we take from the content itself to the designing part. So there's two stages of designing. So the first stage of designing, we have the platform design and also the workflow design. So when
Okay.
I talk about the workflow design, is the story behind and on the objective of how student or teacher must have after utilizing our product. So
Okay.
after creating the flow, then we go to design on how user can interact with that product. So we have two kind of products. So we had digital products, which is the mobile application and the platform
Okay.
that you see online is a website. But
All
also
right.
we had the smart cards. So smart cards, it is the physical thing which goes with the mobile application. So the designing part of the product, it means we designed the mobile digital form, and also we designed things which were going to be in the physical form. So we design, if the card, we design the illustration, then we go to print them out, and we handmade in our first prototype, we handmade the packages where we put our cards. So
Okay.
we designed those, then we come to physical, made them with hand, as well as on the other side, on the platform, the designed platform, we code it so that it can be used on different digital design. Sorry, different digital devices like mobile phone
Okay.
and tablet. So, in a nutshell, that is the first and second stage from collecting user data, then to the designing part, then to the implementation, where we make those things to actually come into the actual product where user can use them. But before we get everything into the user, we have to test it so that we can get feedback on maybe there's a glitch or something on a certain device, so that we can modify it and publish the version which is work on most of the devices.
All right. Wow. Wow. Well, it's not my field, but that is amazing. My research, I found that funding is a very huge problem in our continent, Africa. How were you people able to? Okay, before then, how did you guys meet?
So before 2021, we never had met before, and
Okay.
before May 2021, we had met twice. Kwa hiyo the first time that we the first time that we met, we are both under the same incubator. So I in 2020 I had my startup called Campus Plus. Elias was
Okay.
running SmartDarasa. So we had a meeting, to talk about the challenges we are facing and the like. Then after that, it was over. On February 2021, we met again. There was this event organized by one ESO in the ecosystem called Innovate Ventures, and it was a focus group where we got to discuss the challenges and everything. So one of the things we had to do is present our findings, and Elias was drew really nice graphs to present the data that we had, and I did a good presentation of the data that we had. So together we did the best presentation that was there at that day, with Elias
Okay.
being the technical behind it and me working on the presentation. So after that, I think it was 3 months down the line on May 2021. It's when Elias, I got to see Elias's product, and I told him this is revolutionary. And after a few time, he gave me a proposal to be a co-founder in his company. So it's as simple as that, I can say, not a long-standing friendship.
Okay. What qualities did you see in him that made you agree to be a co-founder?
So
Is it that he's jovial, he's a simple guy, he's intelligent? I want to know the qualities that you saw in each other. So, okay, this guy is good in this. I don't have these qualities, but with these qualities, this smart Darasa will go very far. So, what qualities did you see in each other that made you guys
yes,
accept to work together?
yes. So with Elias, he has a bachelor degree in telecom engineering, and also he's a full stack developer
Okay.
with an experience in using those different technologies. I have a bachelor degree in business administration, so I'm more on the business side. So understanding those dynamics of the experience and expertise, it's then I got to dive into the character, personal character, because that's one of the things I observe. And yeah, he has the qualities that you can work with, the kind of openness and transparency that is easy to work with a person. So you can have the best person, but if he's not open or has shady ways and moves, it doesn't work well. But with Arias, it was the opposite of it, and I saw this was a good fit together with his technical experience and expertise.
Okay. Okay, let's move straight to the funding. Is it that you people bootstrap the company, then at the point you got funding? And if you people bootstrap the company to a point that you got funding, mention the insight on how you raised the capital for your venture.
All right. So SmartDarasa started with by bootstrapping. So
Okay.
it took like some 2 good years of experimenting with the technologies because they are new, not only to Tanzania, but to the world, augmented reality and the like. So he was experimenting with them for 2 years, bootstrapping, and in 2019, there was funding from COSTECH, the Commission of Science and Technology in Tanzania. After participating in a competition, he got his grant, $10,000, with the team that was there at that moment, and that was to push the product from a prototype to a better, an MVP. So he put the funds to work, and in 2020 there was an MVP of a website and also a SmartDarasa application. Now, from 2021, we launched our product in July 2021, and we started getting revenues from there. Then from that, in 2022, we got another round of funding from the Commission of Science and Technology in Tanzania. And on top of that, we also won the Diamond Goods UPG Biashara last year. And yes, we haven't got an investor per se, but we've got this funding from different commissions and organizations that have made Madarasa, stand
Okay,
up.
that's within
Yeah,
Tanzania, right?
the COSTECH, yeah, is
Okay.
from within Tanzania, but the UPG Biashara is not from Tanzania. Doesn't have, is not founded in Tanzania
Yeah,
or
it's
having
it's
headquarters here.
yeah.
No,
So
building a customer base is very critical in a business. So, what strategies are you employing to establish and grow your customer base, and how you people retaining your customers?
Being a startup, you have to commit resources to different areas of the business. And we
Yeah.
chose to allocate our efforts much on research and development and less on the marketing and sales because, SmartDarasa is a content creation company. So you have to have content to have people on board. So
Okay.
we wanted everything to move organically and to use very to what do we call it, very to have a very cheap way of marketing instead of
Okay.
making it expensive. So we haven't dedicated any amount of money in marketing, but we have been able to strategize and partner with people, organizations that help us with, let's say, airtime or exhibitions or like this. Okay, right now we're having a session. Probably some people will hear about Smadarasa and will get to visit our website and the like. So That is how we have been able to raise our clients up to clientele, also social media and even the
Okay.
print media. We have some newspapers and also participation in competitions. So when we participate, it's a chain effect. When we participate in exhibitions and competitions, people get to know about us. Then the media chases to feature SmartDarasa. Then after that, it's a chain effect. So exhibitions bringing, and people get to know us more in that way. So it is a very effective and efficient way of even getting to know if people like your product while we are still building on the product.
Yes. Also to
Okay.
summarize what my co-founder has said here, so we've been growing organically by work much on identify the pain point of our customers and then provide the solution, which automatically, when they hear about us, they test it, it more grow by word of mouth.
Okay. I have a question. That means you guys create content, website content about your product too.
Say, for example, I'll give an example. We put things in 3D. So we have a brain in 3D or laboratory apparatus in 3D. We have them in our site and
Okay.
also our website. So that's the content we produce. We talk about it on the social medias and exhibitions so people get into our site or application to see what we talk about in those spaces.
Okay. Unless this question is particularly for you, it relates to technology. As someone with deeper understanding of 3D, AR, or VR technologies. So, how do you see these technologies shaping the future of education, and how is Smart Darasa leveraging them to stay ahead in the market?
Yes, so first of all, there is a research which has been done, and it has been showing that the information which is in 3D form is the information that can be interpreted easily with the human brain. So
Okay.
even that is the daily way of how we are living every day. You go outside, you see a car, it is in 3D. You see anything, it's in 3D. So that is how our brain can interpret the information easily. So when it's coming to education, when we bring 3D interaction to the way students they can learn different concepts, that means we make their brain to interpret those concepts much easier, so they can not only cram, they can understand, they can remember easily, and also they can relate them to their daily environment, because with AR technology we take different digital information and we put to the actual environment of the student, we augment them. Also, with
Okay.
virtual reality technology, we make the student to be in that experience, in that digital experience. So instead of a student to physically travel to Serengeti, for example, it's the place where you can see different animals, but using the technology, you can just wear the device and you can experience that. So for that, you can say the future education is with this technology, 3D, VR, and AR. And we are pioneering it to create more content which have high quality, as well as they can serve the curriculum first, so that we can stay ahead in the market. So this is how the future of education will be.
Okay. How do you envision integrating real world applications into Smart Darasa to enhance the understanding of STEM subjects among students?
The class curriculums that we've started with is like the starting point for on how we can use this technology to make STEM subject more understandable. But our future focus is to create the learning path. The learning path, which I am talking about, is when someone go to our website, they can select, maybe I want the neuroscience doctor path. So that will be a specific path where the student will get the content from understanding about how neuron works from the lower level of like we can say the primary neural level understanding up to the advanced way. So with that, we want to create the specific paths on different STEM careers so that in the future when students they come in our website, they can select a specific specialization and start to learn using our technology from the lower stages to up to the more complex way of learning this specific subject. Maybe if Kusiluka, you have any addition on that?
Yes, adding on top of that is it will move also to other subjects, for example, history, understanding how Shaka Zulu was, fighting the war and the like. So it's something that is can be done with 3D animations and the like. So not only physics, chemistry, biology, and geography, but also some other subjects such as history and other arts and crafts, things that can be brought to life using 3D and AR technology.
You guys are building, like I said, you guys are building an amazing product. A good product with a good marketing produces a good result. That means marketing plays a vital role. So, how do you guys approach marketing? And can you highlight the tactics to promote your products?
Yes, another way of marketing and getting known is through partnerships. So
Okay.
we also work with different STEM players. For example, in Tanzania, we work with Project Inspire. Dar es Salaam, in Zambia, Namibia, we work with Noi Coding Kids. So with partnerships, the product extends to places where we are not physically available yet, and also it
Okay.
gets to hands of many people that we could not touch. So that's another way where on how we do our marketing. Another cheesy way is through competitions. We're in a lot of national and international competitions. So that is just to get the brand known in front of investors, customers and other interested partners. So those are the two other ways that we market Smart Darasa.
Okay. Let's talk about smart pay. Can you tell me more about this smart pay?
Yes, so we had a simple study, and from understanding our customers better, and one of the ways that people can pay for Smart Darasa is subscribing for it. But a
Okay.
lot of people live hand to mouth in Africa, not only Tanzania. So we developed SmartPay, and SmartPay is a financial solution that helps a customers to pay with as low as I'm trying to get the cents. It's around 0.2 cents. It's less than $1, so you can pay any amount and get access to content that matches with the value of your money. So
Okay.
SmartPay helps, instead of just paying for a whole year and you're going to boarding school, for example, you don't need to pay for 12 months or 6 months or 3 months. But
Okay.
with SmartPay, when you come back in the holiday season, you can pay daily, even let's say $0.5 per day, and you get access to content that matches your value, your money, your money worth. So that is SmartPay is for people all to make it accessible to all, because what we're creating is expensive, not only in accessing but in creation. You have to use powerful machines, you have to have top-notch talents to create
Okay.
everything. So the product eventually, without even being greedy, will have has a high market price. But with
Okay.
SmartPay, it provides access to anyone who, the hand to mouth model is a person gets income per day. So with the little you get per day, you can, pay little and learn what you need to learn that day. So if I learned about, the reproduction system in class this morning, I can just learn the reproduction system later at night, and that's what I just need to learn for today. So that's how
Okay.
Smart Pay helps and revolutionizes education with finance.
So
Okay.
also to add a little bit on what he has said is like if you have recharged your phone with like 1,000 naira and you can only use it maybe when you make a phone call or you send a
Yes.
message or you use the data. So that is
Yes.
how we want our user to get that feeling that if they pay for something is like they when they consume our content, it's how they use of what they've paid for, as little
Okay.
as they can subscribe in our platform.
So is there any time in the future that they will metamorphose into becoming a fintech? I'm,
It's a
I'm t-
fintech solution that's part of
no,
SmartDarasa.
no,
It's not a separate.
yeah, I know. I'm talking about including others that just want to use the platform to get paid from outside Tanzania, outside Nigeria, from
Mm.
out. So that's what I'm talking about. Is there any plan like that? Oh, okay, we'll
No,
get
not
there.
at the moment, but it's a wonderful
Okay,
idea.
okay, all right. Okay, what challenges have you encountered in running the company, and how have you guys addressed them as
Okay,
your role as
so
the CEO and CEO?
yes, so as a CEO, one of my main challenge which I had faced before from the starting of the company was the formation of the team which can deliver the product to the market. So when we are talking right now, our current team is version 3 of the teams which started from the beginning of the when I started to work on this product. So the main challenge was to get the right people to work with them and to so that we can get the synergy that will bring the value to the product. So up to since I started the product, so I met Kusiluka in 2021. So that is the point when I started to get to get the right team, and
Okay.
from there is where he incorporate his business strategy, and we have also on board other members, which now we can say we have the best team that we have ever had since we started the company.
Okay.
That is from my side.
Yes, talk about teams. One of the challenges that you have to deal with was a fast expanding team because you have to
Okay.
have content as fast as you can. So you have to employ people, more people to get more content. So creating structures and management around the fast growing team, that was one of the challenges, but, keeping the company afloat. We have to, go through our own personal finances sometimes to just make ends meet, for everybody in the company. And yes, funding is one of the challenges, and also our product is new. It's a novel product. So there's a lot of, there is not a blueprint of what we've done in our environment, not let alone Tanzania. But as you said, Nigeria doesn't also have a blueprint of something like this. So a lot of trial and errors are made during the process, and that takes time and also takes money to make sure that until we hit the right path. So those are the main challenges that we have faced up to now.
Can you share a situation where you successfully implemented a strategy at Smart Darasa that led to a positive outcome for the company and for your goals?
Yes, I think that what happened, the biggest change was last year. No, in 2022, late 2022, we did a minor update on our website and championed by Elias himself. So we had a site that had our products, but it had little to say what do we do and what does our product, how does our product help them. So we implemented a landing page that explains about SmartDarasa, our vision, what are we trying to do and how does it help them. And with that minor change, our website visitors increased by over, I think it was over 500%. Our app
Wow.
downloads had increased by 1,000%. So that was, what we got to understand is that, a lot of people hear about SmartDarasa, but we convert them less because of people don't know what does SmartDarasa do. It's something fancy, but how do you get it? How do you install? How do you, go through the whole process? And that was the minor
Okay.
change, but it led to tremendous results.
Maintaining a positive and productive work environment is very crucial. Can you share specific practices you have implemented to foster collaboration and positive culture in your company?
All right. So I think one of the greatest tools is empathy. Empathy for the people working on the product, for the senior leaders and the like. Trying to put yourself in their shoes, and how would you react and how would everything work. That has been the greatest tool, because people understand or interact with you on a personal level, reducing those boss and worker type of relationships. So that
Okay.
has been thing, but we also give people titles to live up to, and we really
Okay.
try to upskill our people. So we're not here to, because one of the tools governments use is ignorance. As many people who are ignorant is better for governance. It's easy to govern a lot of stupid people. So it's inverse with SmartDarasa. We try to upskill our people. We had people who came at SmartDarasa with very little knowledge, but right now they are working on multiple softwares, trying to upskill them. And also we give them titles that they have to live up to. So you onboard somebody who is an expert, and you tell them that one day you'll be managing a department of these people beneath you. So how do you manage a department? So the way you manage one person is the way you're going to manage 20, 50 people. And people try to live up to their role. That has been also one of the key thing, and also the standard stuff of KPIs and the like. But pushing, and not pushing too much to the point that you quit the job in 2 months. So
What are your future plans and aspiration for Smart Darasa?
Okay, so I will first start to talk about the technical side. So on the technical side, we are pioneering to have the best 3D content in the continent. So
Okay.
when we talk about interactive learning in Africa, is when we'll be talking about SmartDarasa. So where we are making everything practical and reality. So we are working day and night to produce those 3D content so that they can make the practical need of our African curriculum and the worldwide curriculum, because science is the same everywhere. So
Yeah.
that is a major technical push that we want to make it possible.
Okay.
yes, and on the reach, you have said it better. We want to be in at least 10 countries by 2029, as you said, including West Africa. At the moment, we have visitors from Nigeria, Ghana, India, Kenya, and we have seen some countries with similar educational curriculums that we can easily expand to. So at least 10 countries by 2029, that is our immediate goal, and
Okay.
at least serving at least 50 students in 10 years, 50 million students.
Wow. What advice can you give to a younger African, or to an African who is looking forward to start his business, or who just started his business or his startup? What advice are you going to give to them?
So on that, I would just tell them they're sitting on a huge potential, because everything is an, as Newton said, every action has an opposite reaction. So the bigger the problems, the bigger the opportunities to solve. And when you start early, you have the whole track ahead of a lot of people who will start later. You will have a better understanding of the market. You'll be solving problems, but at the same time creating a very big channel for you to also earn from the problems that you are solving. So that will be my advice: is they're sitting on a lot of potential, and we are bright, we are capable. We just have to do it. The world is now a community. You can learn things from Harvard while you're in Africa, and you can do things that even the people in Harvard can do. So that will be my message to a young African, thinking of doing something today.
So I will add a little bit. So one of it is consistency is the key. So this I've learned it personally, because when we started today with digital technologies in Tanzania, it was by the time where even the police was not allowing to incorporate these things in the curriculum. But with time, and for us, by keeping doing it, it's also has been paving us a way, and the consistency has made us to make the product to see its value for the future. So I will advise someone if they started or if envision something, they have to be consistent on what they have to do. And also, there's other advice which is not mostly talked by many, but you can say business is not separated by faith. You know, it doesn't matter you are Muslim, you are Christian, or any kind of religion. Is The things that we learn from our faith is how we can be trustworthy, how we can be good, and how we can provide love and serve a community at our best. So it's something which is inseparable. So if we have those quality, and so I will advise someone that if we can be faithful to what we believe in the humankind and provide good for the community, is something that will lead you to create the better solution that will offer to people, and they will use it, they will benefit to it, and in return you will get different awards. One of it is revenue. So that is one of the things which I will advise other young African like me, that we can keep doing that so that we can shape our community to the better future.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. But before you go, I normally ask my guest quick six question. What is the African country that you want to visit this year?
To visit Namibia, and besides Tanzania, I would love to visit Namibia. I've seen we have partners there, and what they share is beautiful. It's beautiful, the landscape and everything. So Namibia would be one of the countries I would love to visit.
Okay. The second one, what's the most underrated Tanzania food?
Well, I would say, okay, for healthy reason, there's a people don't love much eating something called chips yai. It's Tanzanian made, whereby
Okay.
chips fried with eggs, and that was it has a signature of Tanzania all over it, and that's for healthy reason. It's but it's a good food.
How do you look after yourself in your free time?
I'm an avid reader, so I read books and also
Okay.
watch documentary.
What has been the most humbling moment in your journey as an entrepreneur?
Closing my startup, that was the humbling moment.
Okay. Do you watch football?
Rarely.
What's your favorite team? The team that you support?
Liverpool.
Liverpool. You will never walk alone. Okay. What's one thing you like people to know about?
I said I'm unstoppable. That's what I love.
What's the African country
Yeah.
that you want to visit this year?
Okay, so I can say Zambia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
especially for me, it's for more tourist. I can say tourist reasons. Yeah, so there's a place beside they call Victoria Downfall, where the three countries of Africa they met. So it's like you are in the border, but you go down.
The waterfall?
Yes, but
Okay.
also it's a place where you can. It's a border, but for the three countries, not border. We have been used to visit the border where you have the border for only two countries, but there's a
Okay.
border for three countries, which is only you can find it in Zambia near Victoria Waterfalls.
Okay.
So it's the place which I wanted to visit.
Okay. What's the most underrated Tanzania food for you?
Okay, so for that case, I can say there's yams.
Okay.
So yams, they are very healthy, but most of the people, they can be, you can easily cultivate it and use it on daily basis. But for no reason, you can find yourself, it's there. But
How do you look after yourself in your free time?
my free time, when I'm spending time with my family, we dedicate ourselves to learn things more so that we can make our understanding better than it was yesterday. So we can choose different topics from the personal development to faith to different things so that we can be the better with better understanding compared to yesterday.
What has been your most humbling moment in your journey as an entrepreneur?
Is to give up my shares because when we started the company, I create the mindset that to have 100% of shares of a certain idea, it does not worthy if it does not produce anything. So it is better if I have even 5% of something which I have started, but I can collaborate with other people and stockholders so that to take it to the next level, because that 5% with more revenue, it's worth a lot more than you have everything and you have nothing.
So, do you watch football?
For me, it's seldomly, but I play games. I play football.
Okay, you play PS or you watch football? Or
Yes, I
okay,
play.
which team?
Yes,
Okay, which team do you support in PS? Let's go to PS. Which team do you
yeah.
use?
So most of the time, I use PSV.
Okay, what's one thing that you would love people to know about you?
So I want people to know me is understanding.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much for honoring my invitation. It's not easy. Appreciate you guys, and I wish you all the best in your